All right, hello guys, welcome back to another video. Here, we're discussing the 3 legendary birds, Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno from the Galarian version of Sword and Shield, talking about which one of the 3 is actually the best one. And I love making videos like this. I've been making them for 7 straight years. So just want to say quickly, guys, thank you so much for watching these. I have a lot of fun doing them. You guys seem to like watching them. I might make it more of a recurring thing than just simply on new mons. So we'll see how that goes, right? But thank you so much for watching, guys. Slap a like down below if you enjoy stuff like this. It just supports this video a lot. Let me know down in the comments below which one you actually think is the best of the 3 as well, too. We're just going to kind of jump right in this kind of quickly here. The best of the 3. Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, Galarian versions. All of them are very good, and for whatever reason, Pokemon DB does not have the stats. I don't know why, it's been a week. Pokemon DB, and I love DB. DB's the GOAT, but they don't have stats. They're also going to be at Showdown, where I have the stats, so that should help, and I got their counterparts, except not Zapdos' counterpart. So we set that on there, boom. Cool. So we'll talk about that later, but for now, I guess we'll just quickly over Moltres. He's got Berserk, which is just absolutely nuts, which if you did not know what it does, it literally just gives him a +1 in the special attack stat. Now, it's a shame he does not get any recovery at all, because if he did, you could recovery spam, get your HP below 50 to get that Berserk boost, which is +1 every time, recover with Boost, boom, you have a free +1, boom, take damage again, boom, you're down a +2 now, recover up, boom, take damage again, boom, now you're at +3, and that does not include Nasty Plot. So it was a free like +1 every time, but unfortunately that dream is over. Maybe they knew that'd be too broken, because again, look at Moltres' stats: 90 HP, 85 physical attack, 90 physical defense, special attack is 100, but def is 125, and speed is 90. So overall, great stats, right? Solid bulk, actually has really good bulk. 90 HP with 125 is very tanky, and 90 in phys def with that 90 HP is honestly not bad either. Definitely phys tanky as well too. So he's got the bulk in order to do that like recovery spam to get that Berserk boost constantly. But maybe Game Freak knew it was broken, because I'm pretty sure Drampa actually does get Roost, and he also gets Berserk. But the difference is he's got 78 HP, and the bulk is nowhere near as tanky as Galarian Moltres. Like, he's got 125 speed def, so this guy is a special attacker, 135. So he just hits like a truck. That's really it. Whereas the Moltres, where it's 125, 90 HP, pretty tanky, right? 90 defense as well too, and obviously resists some great moves like knockoff. So, and you're totally immune to fucking ground earthquake. So it would have been great. Truly, it just would have been great, but it's a shame that it just doesn't get it. But those are the stats. Honestly, great stats. It's a shame it doesn't get it. Type resistances, he's immune to 2 types, being Psychic and Ground. Honestly, phenomenal resistances. Really good resistances. Resistance Psychic is incredible. That is a big plus. That is a big plus for Dark types, because you're just immune to one of the best typings, dude. It's crazy. Psychic is so good. So it's completely immune to that. Also immune to Ground, another great typing. I mean, come on, everybody knows how strong Earthquake is, and you just totally negate that. But he is weak to rocks, but I don't necessarily think it matters, because he can run Boots, and Boots is just like heavy duty boots. I actually wanted to make a video discussing heavy duty boots. Heavy duty boots is easily one of the best items in the game, like ever, dude. It's actually just such a good item. It has made so many mons like Volcarona and Charizard good. Yes, people are not even mega evolving Charizard and using Z-moves, using Dynamax. I'm talking about base solo Charizard. I've seen it be super strong in OU. It's crazy. Actually, when he ignores the rocks and he has the sun, he does damage. So Moltres, kind of in the same boat. You put rock, you put the boots up, you ignore rocks, right? So that's the big reason why being weak to rock is always going to hurt him on, because of hazards. But heavy duty boots, you can get away with it now, right? Electric and ice are pretty big too. Bolt Beam will be a little annoying, but most mons that use it aren't even stab. So it's like, but obviously, of course, like Zero Aura, yeah, sorry, you're gonna have to hold that champ, you know what I mean? And then you're completely resistant to Ghost, Dark, and Grass, which is just great, dude. That is great. You're completely resistant to Ghost, which is incredible. Shadow Balls for things like Gengar, you're gonna be able to swallow. Anything is a great check to Gengar. It's a great check even to like the especially offensive Aegislash shit, because of how tanky it is, and it completely negates one of Aegislash's best offensive moves, being Shadow Ball. So it really is just so good against Ghost spam. Even like, I've seen the thing like check Dragapult, dude. So, you know what I mean? Like, it honestly, that special defense bulk. Wow, that was so hard to say. That Spadef bulk is actually going to be so helpful on this thing, taking like especially offensive threats like Gengar, Aegislash, Dragapult, you name it all. You know what I mean? Especially for Ghost Spam, it's incredible. And obviously Dark, I mean, it speaks for itself. It's completely negated to knockoff. God tier, bro. God tier. Now, the moves it learns are actually pretty good as well, too. This is a Galarian one, obviously, right? But the moves it learns are honestly pretty good. You get Sucker Punch, solid priority, which, again, it has like 85 physical attack, which is actually not fodder. So Sucker Punch is not bad. It gets Air Slap, which is great. It gets Hurricane, Nasty Plot, Fiery Wrath, which you did not know is better Dark Pulse. It deals more damage than Dark Pulse, and it can flinch. Dark Pulse is base 85. I'll even check. It's base 80. Sorry. Wow, lower. Fiery Wrath is 90. So this is a stronger Dark Pulse that also has the exact same percentage chance to flinch. Now, it would have been 30% chance. That would have been crazy. I thought their gimmick was 30%. Like, I even thought Freezing Shock was also going to be, or Freezing Glare was going to be like 30%. It would be actually AIDS. But okay, God, it's not. It gets Memento, which is actually not bad too. Getting Memento. It gets Endure, which is weird because it's really tanky. It usually lives a hit. You know what I mean? Usually lives a few hits. With Sky Attack, which, I mean, you could do Power Up Sky Attack. I don't recommend it. I mean, it's something that you can do. I don't really recommend it. But all in all, solid level up moves. Its TM moves get even better because it gets U-Turn, which is great. It gets another move. What's something else it gets? Hex. I've seen people mess around with Hex and Snarl. I've seen people definitely actually mess around with these, especially Snarl. There's an age set going around right now of Snarl, and I actually hate it. It's like some cancer set. But I feel like it'd be even more busted with Snarl if it got like Roost, but it doesn't get Roost. You know what I mean? But I mean, I guess more in Draft League, more optimal in the meta. You really just want to run Fiery Wrath and Hurricane. But some cheesy stuff, right? Some little niche stuff. I feel like Snarl and Draft could actually be fire, right? But yeah, like I said, U-Turn, Snarl, X, Air Slash, solid moves, right? It's actual Galarian move to the moves. Unfortunate, Dueling Beat and Lash Out. Honestly, two great moves. They're not bad moves, right? I want more. Maybe I'm going into it with a high mentality. I want more, dude. You know what I mean? Like a regular one got Scorching Sands. You know how fire would have been if this one got Scorching Sands? That would have been fire, bro. Also, they don't learn fire moves at all. It's so weird to me, dude. They have completely robbed and threw away their original typing. Now, here's why that's weird, right? People are going to be all like, oh, it's not that weird, right? Darmanitan? I'll show you right now. Darmanitan, Galarian form, still gets fire moves, bro. Still gets fire moves. Some Alolan Mons. Sand Slash. I'm pretty sure he still gets ground moves. Yes. Still gets ground moves, right? The logic is flawed. Rapidash, for whatever reason, doesn't get fire moves. It gets Mystical Fire, but no. You know what I mean? Like, no. Like, no. I can't even highlight one. I'm trying to do the only attack, special attack. Absolutely not. You know what I mean? Like some like regional variant mons completely lose their alternate typings. Another one is Ninetales, where it just lost every single fire move in the game. But you can't immediately write it off as, oh, it's stupid that you would want it to learn a fire move when it's inconsistent. There are some regional variant mons that actually do retain their original moves, like Sand Slash, like Darmanitan, just a few, and some that lost theirs, like Alolan Ninetales and Galarian Rapidash. So, unfortunately, all three of them lost most of their stuff. It's crazy. So, it kind of blows a little bit. Like, even the same thing Articuno. Articuno, not a single ice move. Zapdos, not a single electric move. You know what I mean? So, it kind of blows. It does kind of blow. I kind of wish I actually did learn at least the base one. At least Flamethrower. At least Ice Beam. At least, like, Wild Charge. Something like that. Wild Charge would be nuts. You know what I mean? They don't really need it in more Articuno, but you get what I mean. But either way, it doesn't retain any fire moves. So the best way that you're actually hitting a Ferrothorn is by Nasty Plotting Hurricaning. But this thing actually does some solid damage. I mean, the special attack side is actually like a lot lower than these other ones, being 125, and this one actually being 125. So obviously the weakest hitting of the two. Probably why he has Berserk. Probably why he gets Nasty Plot. You know what I mean? Like imagine if this guy got Swords Dance. Imagine if this guy got Nasty Plot. He gets Calm Mind though. But imagine if you got Nasty Plot, instant +2. Nasty Plot being better, instant +2, right? Imagine that. So that's probably why you got Nasty Plot. Obviously, outside of him looking heinous. But all in all, Moltres is a great mon. The Galarian Moltres is a great mon. Dark Flying is great offensively. Not much check it. Dark typing is actually very good offensively because the only thing you have to worry about is like what? Fairy and Fighting and another Dark. So it's like, if those are the only three things you have to worry about, Fairy, Fighting, another Dark, you have your Hurricane for that. You know what I mean? It's just a shame that he doesn't, like, he's not able to crap out like immediate damage because of that 100 special attack in comparison to the 125s. So it kind of struggles sometimes to deal like immediate damage, or to sometimes it struggles to get that kill. But this guy, actually, I've seen him sweep. He's a solid sweeper, probably. I don't want to argue better sweeper than any of these two, but easily a great sweeper. We're going into Zapdos now. This one is actually crazy. This one is actually insane. He cheats at life. Not only does it look so cool, but he cheats at life. Look at Zapdos' stats here. He's got 90 HP, 125 in attack, and 100 speed. That should say enough. I mean, he's got great bulk of 90 and 90 with that 90 defense. So this guy's anything but frail, right? Like, this guy is actually tanky. Like, actually, this guy will actually take a few hits. Actually. Like, I went into this expecting a glass cannon, but original Zapdos is a very bulky mon. 90 HP, 90 speed dev, 85, and honestly, electric flying is great defensively. It is a very, I'm talking about, like, it is a nice, yummy bulky mon, dude. With great stats. Like, standard Zapdos is a great mon, dude. It is a great mon. This great bulk with this great typing. Like, electric flying is a great defensive typing, dude. Actually, immune to ground, resistant to fighting, dude. Resistant to steel. Like, it is just, it's great, bro. It's actually great. So this guy's actually, like, not frail either. It's crazy. You could argue his Fizz Def is actually, no, his Fizz Def is actually tankier than this one. But then, you know, it comes out to the whole debate of, oh, this guy's weak to Fairy, this guy's weak to Psychic. You know, this one, he's neutral to both of that. So, you know, like, be able to debatably take a play rough better than this guy, because he's now weak to it. So, you get what I mean. But this guy's great. Like I said, great stats. He's not on stats. It's incredible. He has 3 resistances, being Grass, Fighting, and Dark. Mainly resisting, Fighting, and Dark are the big ones. That's huge. Two of some of the best types in the game. He completely resists, which is great. Grass type resists pretty pog too, because Rillaboom is everywhere. This guy is also just completely immune to ground. He's literally Hawlucha. So we had Honchkrow, or offensive Mandibuzz, and now we have Hawlucha. Second of his typing, though. Second of his typing in comparison to the fourth. Second. He is weak to a few typings here. Flying, Psychic, Electric, Ice, and Fairy. So he does have obviously more weakness than this guy, right? That's 4. And this one is down to 5. So he's got 1 extra weakness being Fairy than the previous one. And ironically enough, he's actually weak to one of his own typings, which is just tough, right? But it doesn't really matter because you saw these stats. If you look at these stats, this guy is literally playing his own game. He also has Defiance, so every single time he gets a stat decrease, he actually gets a +2 in attack. So some famous ones actually have this. Bishop is probably the most famous mon to have this. Some of the guys that have this is Pissimian recently got it. That's pretty good. A big mon, Phalanx actually having it, which is huge. Phalanx actually been really strong in the Dynamax meta when you allow Dynamax and OU. It's actually crazy strong, a top tier threat because of this guy literally just going for a signature move. And then, what is it called again? Well, what was the signature move called again? I don't even remember, dude. No retreat. Going for no retreat, getting that defense drop, boom, because max moves would always defense drop, you know what I mean? So that was always really big. Bisharp being easily the most popular one to get it every time you, again, like, +2 in your attack. It's just nuts. It's just great, dude. It's just a great ability. It's easily better than Berserk. Easily better than Berserk, because Berserk is +1, this one's +2. Easily better, bro, you know what I mean? But, like I said, this guy is incredible. The moves learned that he actually gets as well, too, is pretty good. This guy gets every fighting move in the game, dude. His signature fighting move lowers your defense by 1 every single time. Guaranteed. Whereas Moltres, 20% chance to flinch. Articuno, it's like 10% chance to freeze, I think. This is guaranteed 100% of the time. It's stab, signature move, always out to your defense. Now, obviously, it's lower power, right? This is base 90. Fire is actually 90 as well, too. So not too far off. I actually can't tell you Freezing Glare. Freezing Glare is also 90. So if you ask me, I would debate easily the best of the 3 right here. Better signature move because it's just guaranteed drop. So in retrospect, you're actually also increasing your attack. If their defense is going down, you are dealing more damage. Obviously, clearly, right? I shouldn't have to say it. Obviously, right? You'll body everything. Like this thing will literally, I've seen this thing like 2-shot some walls just because of that defense drop, you know what I mean? Go for Thunderous Kick, boom. Go for Brave Bird next, your stab, base 120 move, boom. Because yes, if you did not know, this guy gets Brave Bird. Yes, this guy gets Brave Bird. Base 120 stab. This guy gets Hurricane, boom. Throat Chop, Close Combat, Bulk Up, Blaze Kick. Great move. Honestly, I'm so happy he gets this. Great for steel types, dude. Boom. Big things like Ferrothorn. Huge. Even for Genesect, which just got banned. Superpower. Taunt. A great move, dude. Sleep Talk is not bad either as well, too, dude. I've seen people run reversal just from cheese, dude. You know what I mean, dude? Like, low kick. Great. Agility. Great. Like, it's like it's great moves. It gets coaching. I don't care about doubles, nor do I play it. But it's pretty good because it boosts your attack and defense of, you know, your allies. So it's actually pretty pog. Loki. Loki can be pog. Indowing B, which is great because it's stab, right? This mon is literally non-unburdened Hawlucha. The thing is a monster. Actually a monster, dude. It's so insane how strong this mon is, dude. Actually, he is, I'd argue he's like even busted. Easily. This mon is absolutely insane. If you don't even jerking off right now, dude, there's something should click in your brain which one is the best of the three. This is actually insane, dude. Literally insane, dude. All these moves. Bulk up. You can run bulk up, close combat. Brave Bird gets U-turn as well too. Stomping Tantrum, not bad. Gets this little weaker Earthquake, not bad. Kind of wish it was high horsepower, but Stomping Tantrum is 100% accuracy. High horse is like 95. So I guess I'll always take that, right? Mixed Vitality with Acrobatics, low sweep. He gets U-turns to get that nice initiative, bounce. Breaks to pop screens, Revenge, Facade, Steel Wing for some fairy types. Steel Wing is very, very, very niche. Probably only viable like that in like Draft League when you want to prep. Otherwise, then he gets both screens. He gets Light Screen. Actually, I don't know if he gets Reflect. Does he get Reflect? He does not get Reflect. So it's very weird. He only gets Light Screen. Even as a physical attacker. Weird. But yeah, like I said, this guy gets insane moves. Literally insane moves, dude. The list goes on. This guy actually gets great moves. God tier moves. He literally, I can't name you a few. There are very few mods I checked this thing. Very, very, very few. Toxapex being one of them. But that's why I'm like, if it learned an electric move, bro, it's wraps for Toxapex. This guy still does an insane amount of damage to Toxapex, but it's actually wraps if you got Wild Charge, because Toxapex just get 2-shot. Toxapex would just get 2-shot, I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? Pretty sure. I'd have to do the counts, but I'm pretty sure to get 2-shot. The thing's actually a monster. After +1. It'd actually be even more broken if the thing got like set up. It doesn't get home claws. It doesn't get work up. It doesn't get any of that. I was a little scared because I swear to God, does he not actually get? So no, original, he gets curse. So I was a little scared. I was thinking of a setup move this guy could get. But he gets bulk up, obviously, right? He doesn't get any of the ones that I was talking about, but I was a little scared that he get cursed. Even though he's very fast, I was a little scared if he get cursed. And this is before I knew he got bulk up. This is like when they first showed you these birds, I was scared if he got cursed or not, because he just raises shit, dude. You know what I mean? But he gets bulk up, which is even better. So great mon. Last one, Articuno. Going into Articuno. Articuno is actually pretty a big beast as well too. Psychic Flying. So Articuno, I would probably argue out of all the three, got the biggest upgrade, because Standard Moltres being this one and Standard Zapdos, which is this one, were already both great mons. Fun fact: this mon was not trash. This mon was not trash. Like, people keep thinking that Moltres is trash because it's 4 times the rocks. It actually was not a bad mon. It did solid damage. It had great bulk. It was a great mon. It was great at checking like fire types. Great at checking fighting types. It was great at checking those guys. It was fantastic at that, dude. It's also a great bug check. I was even seeing people run Moltres in the meta right now, Standard Moltres, just for Pheromosa. Or just for even like Genesect. So it was crazy. Moltres was not bad, but Articuno, actual garbage. This one is terrible. Like I said, ice type with bulk doesn't make sense, bro. It just doesn't make sense, and that's exactly what it was. It just wasn't good, bro. So now that you have this guy, which is a speed demon, baseline 5 speed, which is not bad, 125 special attack. It is hitting just as hard as Zapdos, but on the special side, which is absolutely insane. And solid bulk with 90 in HP, 85 in Fizz Def, and special Fizz Def is 100. So it's genuinely not bad, dude. This thing is an actual monster. Like I said, though, out of the other two, I kind of wish I learned the ice move, because it would have been great. Imagine if I got ice move, it would deal some scary, it'd be even a bigger threat, because then it would threat things out like other flying types, like Landorus, Landorus I and T, literally, Torn T, like, it'd be very scary against mons like those, you know what I mean, dude? But this mon is great. It gets competitive, which is kind of like Defiant and Berserk, right? Like, essentially, their abilities all give them a boost. So this one gets a boost when the stat is lower, so it's literally Defiant but special. So again, Moltres is the most different of the three, and it's kind of a shame. Like, these two are very similar, They do the exact same job, just one is physical and one is special, and one is actually like better. This guy actually just moves faster, right? But this guy hits really hard. So every time you go for like a defog on him, or maybe you go for like, I don't know, like you go for a focus blast, you get a spin F drop, you get a shadow ball, you get a spin F drop, it'll get a +2 in its special attack. So that's great. That is actually great. This guy's weak to 4 weaknesses, so far Zapdos is the one that's weak to the most, being 5. This guy's weak to rock, ghost, dark, and then electric and ice. So kind of similar to Moltres here, right? Kind of similar, right? So that's a thing. That's a thing. It's resistant to 2 typings, being grass and psychic, and it's quad resistant to fighting, which is huge. Quad resistant to fighting is huge. So Articuno will probably get the biggest globe out of the 3 because Articuno's typing was already donkey dick. It was terrible. It was trash. Ice flying is an actual garbage typing, right? Actual garbage. Psychic flying is incredible. I mean, look at Xatu. Xatu is there to eat hits, bro. You know what I mean? Obviously, knockoff is going to be threatening. Bug is neutral on it, but, you know, it's the way that these things become neutral. It's great. You know what I mean, dude? And you're immune to ground. So they're all immune to ground. Big pog, right? So, it's also a shame too because it's a flying type, and flying types don't get terrain boost because they're not, like, on the ground. They're not grounded. So it's kind of a shame, right? Big shame on that. I wish, right? I wish. But, yeah, all in all, not bad. Typing defense is not bad. Its moves are not bad either. The thing gets great moves, like I said. It gets Trick Room, which is pretty cool. It gets Future Sight. Very, very cool. Mind Reader Hurricane, low-key Cancer. It gets Freezing Glare, which is a signature move, which is literally Ice Beam but Psychic, 10% chance to freeze. It's literally Ice Beam but Psychic, so yes, very good move. It is the only one of the 3 to get Recovery, which is very good. For whatever reason, they give it Psycho Cut. I mean, its Phase attack is like, what, 85? So it's actually not fodder. But I feel like moves like that will only be viable in draft, where you have to do like some weird niche prep, you know what I mean? Otherwise, not so much. It gets Tailwind, so I like that it gets ways to actually help out the team. Trick Room, Tailwind, pretty pog, you know what I mean, dude? Future Sight, very pog. It gets Reflect. It also gets Light Skin as well too. So in comparison to Zapdos, that actually does not get Reflect. And I'm pretty sure he does not, unless Pokemon deep messed up, right? No, he does not. So it's really weird that he does not get, like, and this one doesn't get either one. So it's really weird. It's really weird on what they chose the moves it is. Articuno gets both screens as well too. So he seems a little bit like he's got some more cleric abilities as well too, more so than the other 2. Just because he's able to learn like dual screens, Mind Reader, you can even get it to for himself, Trick Room, Future Sight, Tailwind, like he literally learns who to support the team, which is pretty pog. I think Articuno might even be used more in doubles just because of that fact. You know what I mean, dude? Just because of that fact. It's actually like seems pretty viable in that, you know what I mean? It also gets like Power Stop and Guard Stop as well too. So yeah, like I said, it's getting a lot of like cleric moves here. It gets Steel Wing, Facade, interesting enough. Again, its Fizz attack is not complete fodder, but you want to aim for the special one. It gets U-Turn, which is not bad. It gets Initiative, which is very pog. Air Slash, cool. It gets Hurricane, cool. These birds could barely learn any good moves in the Kanto version, so it's really cool. They got a bunch of new moves, not implying that it's Hurricane. Hurricane already got, but you get what I mean. All in all, you're really just looking at Freezing Glare and like what? That's about it, right? Like, you're looking at like Freezing Glare. It gets Recover, which is pretty cool. U-Turn pretty cool as well too. Air Slash by TM. By TR, it gets a lot of good moves. So it gets Expanding Force, which is actually monstrous. But unfortunately, it actually does not get the second terrain boost. Because fun fact, if you did not know, you can only get terrain boost if you are on the ground, like grounded. If you're in the air, like airborne, you will actually not get the terrain boost. So since it's a flying type and it's airborne, it actually will not get the terrain boost. It's weird, I know, it blows ass, it really does. But it gets Psychic and Slash Attack as well too, which is pretty cool. Shadow Ball, great. Hyper Voice, Calm Mind, bro. Even gets Brave Bird. So if you want to sort like a weird set, sure, Hurricane. Ally Switch, Sword Power, Dog. Calm Mind, Sword Power, low-key gas. Low-key gas, bro. Sub Calm Mind, Sword Power, and what? Hurricane? For like, to hit literally anything that is immune to Stored Power. That's actually insane, bro. Actually, that's a set. I'm gonna do that set, guys. That's a set. Don't know if I don't do that set yet. That's a set. But all in all, Articuno gets great moves. I've seen this thing just body things, dude. Like, it is a great mon against some big walls right now. We got like Clefable, Toxapex. It's phenomenal against both those two, dude. Actually great. It's like a truck, so not many things see switch in on it. You know what I mean? Obviously, the base with a free shot is pretty low, so maybe to chew a couple hits. But you know, like I said, it's usually 2 to 3 shotting mons. It's very strong, dude. It's very strong. But I think its move pool isn't the most diverse, because when you look at it, the only thing it really has a touch of steel types is Shadow Ball. So if you're not running Shadow Ball, you have absolutely no way to touch a Steel type. So things like Heatran, just kind of hard-walled the thing. Not even kidding. Straight up hard-walled, dude. No BS. Things like Corviknight, Spidef Corviknight, hard-wall the hell out of the thing. You feel me? So it's like, it gets super walled by Steel types, and that's kind of why I wish I learned like Aura Sphere and Focus Blast. If it got Focus Blast, it'd actually be very monstrous. But like I said, it does not get Focus Blast, and it's a big shame. If it got Ice Beam, it would have been pretty cool because it would have been able to like even smoke up Lando even harder, dude. But even Dragon types as well too. Doesn't even get any fairy moves, so kind of blows. I was kind of hoping that maybe get like Moon Blast and Focus Blast. Maybe I expect too high, but if it got those moves, it'd actually be busted. Really, it actually would be. But the thing is already very, very, very strong. So now you want to know who's the best of the three. We're going to go in order. Obviously, if you did not understand my numbers, they're jerking off. Zapdos is the best of the three. Simply, it is easy math. Zapdos is actually busted. The thing is very, very, very good, dude. This is a very good mod. It's actually dominating the OU ladder. Now that Naganadel and Genesect are gone, the thing is actually able to like do some things because those two mons are actually very annoying against this guy. One being resistant to its fighting stat, but the other one were just always running Scarf, just Ice Beaming, clicking it, and it dying. So like now it actually like has a little bit more breathing room. You know what I mean? It's got a little more breathing room. But Lando I is still around. So maybe until that guy goes, then this guy, he's going to slowly just keep getting better in the meta. There's just a bunch of more overpowered stuff in the meta right now. But again, it's very strong. The second best, it's tough. The second best is pretty hard because both of them are pretty good. I feel like Articuno is a little bit easier to check in comparison to Moltres. Just because of the fact that Articuno gets so hard walled by Steel types. Like so hard walled. Like you got Shadow Ball to bot it. So it does actually have a way to actually get it. And getting the Calm Mind out can be very, very, very big. And it does it harder in comparison to this guy, who the only thing kind of holding it back is that 100 base special attack. This guy actually hit harder. He'd be way more scarier. Like I know you can argue that it can get Nasty Plot, obviously it does, and Berserk. So you could debate that it gets like a +3 free. If you Nasty Plot up, take damage, get Berserk, you're +3 free, right? But it's the fact that at +3 with 100 versus like literally like +3 at 125, dude, it's just not comparable. This guy's actually gonna be doing more damage. You know what I mean? So it's just one of those things where, and this guy also gets set up. Same with this guy with bulk up. So they all get some form of setup. Nasty Plot, Calm Mind, bulk up. So and this one also gets stored power. Yeah, I gotta say Articuno is actually better than Moltres. For a while, I did think Moltres is better. Then I actually started using Moltres, and again, the really only thing that I was holding back is he did not get an enormous special attack stat or an enormous physical attack stat like these guys did. He doesn't have one super busted stat. He does, it's Pedef, but I really mean like power-wise, you know what I mean? And power-wise, these two deal more damage, so it's just game diff, you know what I mean, dude? It's really just game diff. It's just bird diff, you know what I mean, dude? Bird diff. Hate to see it. So yeah, Articuno, I'd probably say is better than Moltres. That could obviously change in the next 6 months from now and whatever. For the time being, I would definitely say Articuno is better. Again, they think it's enormously hard, dude. Actually, enormously hard, dude. It is insane how hard he hits. So, and he is competitive as well, too, which is very similar to, like, Defiant. And like I said, Defog is running everywhere. So, there's a pretty good chance you're actually going to get that competitive boost in comparison to where this guy's actually pretty tanky. So, I don't know, man. You know what I mean? So, Moltres, it's tough, buddy. If you got Roost, and if maybe you had like a 125 special attack, I would easily say Moltres is better than Articuno if you actually had 125 special attack. But unfortunately, it does not. And 100 is actually starting to be average, guys. I know a bunch of you guys don't play competitive mons, but 100 stat is starting to be a little more average now. 125 is somewhere it's like, all right, that's really killing it. You know what I mean? But 100 is starting to be average now. Like 100 speed, pretty average. You know what I mean? It's really starting to become average when you have mons like Dragapult, who hits at 142. So, again, we're in Gen 8, guys. 100 base is starting to be very, very, very average now. So, tough for Moltres, even though it's easily my favorite of the threes. My all-time favorite is this one, followed by this, and followed by this. Articuno, my least favorite of the three, but I still like it. In order, I'd say Zapdos, Articuno, then Moltres. Guys, did you enjoy the video? Do you agree? If not, let me know in the comments down below what you think. Leave a like down below. If we get 1,000 likes, I'll drop the Reggie one ASAP. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.